Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of Formicid Abyssal Knight. We're starting this one quite a lot stronger than at the beginning of the last one. We've picked up a whip of electrocution, and we've also got ourselves to 3 piety for banish, as well as found a couple of good wands, an attack wand in the form of Wand of Acid, and a hex wand in the form of Wand of Paralysis. The plan for this one is to do a couple more dungeon floors before we head into Lair. We have found Lair already, but because it's Lair 8 and I'm only experience level 10, I don't want to head in just yet. Just before we head on with the dungeon though, there's something we need to do. We need to hunt down... Wait, that doesn't make sense. We need to hunt down? That's not a phrase. We need to hunt, and slay Prince Ribbit. For too long, frogs have been leading harassment campaigns against adventurers and spreading unsavory memes. It's time to put a stop to that sort of thing. He's on D5, I believe. We might meet a wyvern on the way. No, we didn't. Is this the floor where it all happened? I think so. You can see all the sling bullets that are around. Here's an ogre. One of the many we left here. Oh hey, there was a chair altar. Alright, so go shift Dex, control left to get the floor. I'm pretty sure this is where Prince Ribbit is. Maybe not. But we can always just scum a bit for some more experience. No, that's not a good idea. Because then you get out of death timed. I should be using the Morning Star against this guy, because he's immune to Elec. There's an ice beast. Looks like maybe he was on D4, but that doesn't seem right. I guess we did take him upstairs. Okay, he must be on... Must be up there. These frogs are tricky. Okay. Yes, I remember. Here is the scene of the crime. There you are, along with even more ogres. Alright. We should be able to exact revenge here. He disappeared. So one of the things he does is he teleports when he starts dying. Is he gonna kill us again? No. No, he's not. And there's also a particular ogre who should be up here. You can clear all these exclusions. Same thing, gonna forget the floor. There we go. When you come at the ant, you best not miss. Okay, there we go. So Shift X, Control U to undo, and then let's get back on with it. So we're at Lair 8. Are we going? Oh, right. I'm trying to go to Lair. I want to go to Dungeon 8. Yeah, Lair 8. They removed that a while ago. It's only Lair 6 now. That's too much stuff. I'll take this dude up with me, but I don't want to fight all those things at the same time. Okay. Oh, a dungeon Chiva altar. That's not something you see every day. Can happen sometimes, as you see here. Wand of Scattershot. Interesting. It's not one that I like very much without evocation skill, but particularly on things with low evasion like Hydras at close range, it does a lot of damage, or can do a lot of damage. Alright, it's a lot of stuff in this room. Even though none of it looks like it's ranged, I'd still like to have a kill hole like this so I can make sure I'm fighting it one at a time. You can see there's more stuff sort of wandering around, but I'd like to rest up. Good. There's another whole pack of stuff in here. What I'm thinking I'll do is pre-dig a kill hole. Well, that kind of worked, but I was intending to do the other room first. So we can do these orcs and ogres and things first. Oh, a wand of ice blast, awesome. That's something I'd really like to ID when I get the chance. So I had a wand of ice blast on my quick buy on my shopping list, but if this has a fair amount of charges, I might not need that. Okay, so I'm going to dig in here. Alright, and this isn't so bad one at a time. Although you need to watch out for these hogs because they do up to 14 damage, which is quite a bit when you think about it. If you consider that there are 5 or so, and they're fast. So if you realize you're in trouble, you're not easily running away. Okay, so we got our maces and flails to 11 skill, which is very nearly at 12, which is the min delay for a whip. Even though we almost guaranteed... Oh, Gastronok. Okay, we only have a 13% chance to get Gastronok, and that's partly because he's wearing the Hat of Pondering, which has MR plus on it. I was going to say, well, I can't wear hats anyway, but the point I was going to make is, if there's something you want off an enemy, you don't want to banish it, because then that item that you want also goes to the abyss. But I don't think I can fight Gastronok. I could just go for a 13% banish, but I'm really just throwing away my piety. I guess we just stay away. I don't have a blowgun, do I? Never seen one? No. I can kite Gastronok because he's really slow. I can keep him at the edge of my vision and shoot slings at him, but I don't know. It's not as effective as using the blowgun technique where you just continually shoot him with blowgun needles and poison him to death. Yeah, I don't know, I didn't see this working very well. What if I acid? Okay, we corroded. Okay, so Gastronok's trying to slow me even though I can't be slowed. Okay, and I'm going to take this really slowly because Gastronok's bites are for up to 40 damage. Yeah, you don't realize this, but Gastronok can absolutely monster you in melee. I think he's still acided. I'm not sure. Doesn't say. I'm going to go with another acid wand. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it does say covered in acid now, so he wasn't acid anymore. So that will lower his 40 damage, but you still got to take Gastronok very carefully. His airstrike does a lot of damage too. I'm banking on the fact that because he's slow, if I do get hit really hard here, I can get through the door and close it. One more. Why don't I go and Ice Blast because I know that can't miss. Okay, well we took the bite, so we can't take one more. So I'm going to step through and shut the door. And then because I know Gastronok's really slow, I can now just dig through the wall like this and make sure that I don't get air struck to death. And where's our upstairs? It's at the top. Okay, that's right. Alright, so back to the upstairs. So we almost got Gastronok, but not really. But you saw how quickly that fight can turn south if you're not expecting a 40 damage bite to hit you. Yep, take the hatch. Okay, so this looks like it's our out of depth timer again. That's an Etten on D8. Wow. Okay, so I need to get away from him. You can hit for 45 plus the die flail, and then 45 plus the die flail. Banish chance is 75%, but if I have a go at that and miss, it'll be on top of me. Although I guess we can blink. Why don't I give that a go then? If I die like this, I'll be so sad. Okay, we got him. Alright, so out of depth timer, delivering some nice XP to us there. But that makes me terrified because what else is going to show up? If that was like a, I don't know, like a storm dragon or something. We're really not having a good time with out of depth time of this game. Okay, two-headed ogre. We get like a almost 30% chance to paralyze him and just win, which we did. But we got two priests and a orc warrior coming at us, so I guess that's not something we can capitalize on. Although it looks like the ogre is coming, so I actually need to dig back to the stairs and not die to smites either. Alright, please no out of depth timer. Can I see the ogre there? No, I can't. Take him up, blink away, and then banish. Good. Okay. I'm not actually that afraid of the priests when they're just on their own. Oh, that's an artifact whip. I can't try that though. We don't have remove curse or ID. Ideally, I'd like to ID it because that could have, I don't know, it might have a really specific resistance, but it's fragile or something. Could also have contam on it. A few different things that make me not want to equip that, even if we had remove curse. And then what do I do about Gastronoc? I've explored most of the floor, so I could just go downstairs. I think that's probably the play. So we go down to D10. Check our gold. We still don't have enough for this buckler. And in any case, it's another thing that I'd want to have an ID for. Gargoyle. Can we banish that? 76% chance. Okay, yeah. Their stone arrow really hurts. Plus, they're also resistant to electricity. So our Demon Whip of Elec is not very powerful. We're also at 4 piety. So we have the ability to corrupt now. I think we've had it for a little while, but in any case, corrupt is an ability you can use once on a floor, and it sort of turns that area into part of the abyss. It's increased by how good your invocations are, so wouldn't be too impressive at this point, and it uses a lot of piety. But basically what it does is it brings all these abyss creatures in. They're neutral though, so you want to run away from them because they won't actively seek to kill you, but if you get in their way, they won't hesitate to hit you. So you tend to corrupt something and then you run away. And you stay on the floor so that the neutral monsters fight the enemies, but yeah, you don't want to actually be there. Costs a lot of piety though, so not something you can spam. But I think we want to banish this guy. Good. And that took us back down to 3 piety. There's a new scroll down there, something that I've never seen. Oh, I thought that was a very difficult adder. I don't know why. Alright, new scroll. I'm going to use /- to see what I don't know. There are probably still a lot that I haven't seen yet. Yeah, there are. So I'm just going to read it. Enchant armor. I guess we'll throw it on our gloves. Okay. Let's go back up. Yeah, smite never stops hurting. And there's a two-headed ogre now sitting on that stair, so I want to go elsewhere. Alright, let's banish again. Well, we can try the paralysis. Wow. Okay. We've only got 3 more charges on that though, so I probably shouldn't be just using it like that when I don't have to. I'm probably better off just using the banish. Like there might be some sort of enemy that's dangerous, so I want to paralyze it, but maybe it has a weapon or an armor or something that I want to get off it, so I don't want to actually banish. Okay, should just dig a little corridor to fight these yaks in. We are starving. The little choke point I was in just before was kind of letting me fight one at a time, but if the yaks were smart, they could have stepped around me. So that's just a bit of a better way of doing it. See a lot of monsters down there. Okay. There's a wog. How scary is a wog? Let's check our banish chance on him. 76%, okay. Alright. Well, it means, okay, we'll actually just very soundly defeated him in hand-to-hand combat. Enchanted battle axe, that's okay. That would be really awesome if I were an axe user. It looks like it's quite enchanted, because that really hurt. This is definitely our entrance to the Orcish mines here. Okay. As long as we can fight things one at a time, we're pretty happy as a Formicid. Particularly once we get a shield. There's another gargoyle. You might not have noticed me, so I'll start fighting. Maces and flails to 12. So that's our min delay on this whip. We're almost certainly going to a double-handed weapon. It's kind of... The whole Formicid thing is that you have a shield and a double-handed weapon. But I think for now, it's going to be quite a while until we're going to find... Well, maybe. Who knows what we'll find. But most likely, it's going to be a while until we get some sort of two-handed weapon that beats this whip of electrocution. So I think for now, I'm going to stop training the maces and flails. And I'm going to turn my armor training on. We're wearing fairly heavy armor, so we'll get good returns out of training the armor skill. You really didn't see us. Okay. What was on D9? Was that Gastronaut? No, but a lot of yaks. Reach level 12. Let's go more strength. We're trying to get to 23. Strength's never that bad to train because having more strength effectively gives you more damage with your weapons. Alright. Unseen horrors are a lot less dangerous when you can always see them. Alright, engaging in a ranged battle with a centaur. I don't know how wise that was, but it did work. We've got 2 enchant weapon scrolls now. I could enchant this weapon of electrocution, but the thing is that really I'm not relying on the base damage of the weapon anyway. I'm using the elect procs to do most of my damage, so I don't mind just holding those. Okay. I did some pretty good damage with the sling there, but I don't see how I'm actually gonna beat this guy. I guess I could use the Morning Star or the Flare Protection, but I'd rather just banish him and then just not even worry about it. Okay, on to D11. I'd say for most Formicids, doing D11 before Lair would be a little bit scary because at this stage you might start finding things like ugly things, which are extremely dangerous, and because they're sort of pseudo faster than you, so you can't run from them. But with Lugonu, anything we meet like that, we can potentially just banish. So I don't mind being a bit more adventurous here than I normally would be. Okay, started losing to that troll 101. That's not a good sign. And we've got a whole bunch of remove curse now. Okay. And an ID scroll. Okay. Let's ID our artifact whip. It's a +6 whip of chaos. It has Arlek, RC, and in +4. Chaos is a really interesting weapon to be on a whip. Because a whip is a fast weapon and chaos potentially does a lot of really good things. Can banish things, can paralyze them, can confuse, can petrify, can proc elect, but also can do a lot of really bad things. Invis doesn't matter because we see invis, but it can haste, it can might, it can berserk. So, I don't know. I don't think that's worth using. Maybe. If I had a shield, I might consider that. Or if I didn't have this whip of Elec already, I might consider that. But I'm still going to carry it around because if I need a source of Arlec or a source of RC, I can always just equip that. Okay, other things I want to try now I have remove curse. This ring. Curse Ring of Loudness. Not going to read the remove curse just yet because I can also try this scale mail. +2 poison resistance. Poison resistance is really good to have. So this is 15 and 10, so 25 total. This is 17 and 8, which is also 25 in total. This is more AC though. Whereas the other one is poison resist. I think until I at least get into Lair, I'd rather have the MR. Maybe. What are we afraid of out here? We can't be paralyzed. If we get banished, we can always... Well, we don't really care because we can just leave the abyss. And we have curing potions for confusion. So maybe I do like the poison resistance. Okay. I think that's probably the correct play. There are other scarier MR things once we get into, say, like vaults and stuff, in terms of mark. Okay, that Wraith probably says that Josephine's up there. We have no RN. So she's a bit scary, but not a huge amount if we can manage to fight things one at a time. Could have just been a random Wraith. It is possible. Sensing monsters behind me, so I'm going to back up this way. These unseen horrors are a really good source of experience for us. You can see they're marked as red, whereas because we can see invis already, they're not that difficult. I think we were only XL level 10 when we started this episode, and we've already shot up to almost halfway through XL 12. I guess I should check these staves. I'm not sure what I'd use, if any of them, but can't hurt to check. And I'm going to put on my auto pickup unknown magical staves, so I'm going to pick those up when I find them. It's probably something I should just have on by default in my config file. I'm glad that I have R poison on at the moment, fighting these bees. It's a wyvern skeleton. I'm not afraid of that. Recharging. I've still got 5 acid. Paralysis is running out. I don't know how much I have on my Ice Blast wand. I think I'd rather just keep it for the moment. If I run out of my acid as well, then I might use it on that. But it would be nice to know how much Ice Blast, etc. I have. 2-headed ogre. I think I just banish it. That's pretty much the play for all these dangerous enemies. It's pretty nice just being able to not worry about them. I remember when ogres were extremely threatening. I don't really want to play Mutation Roulette, although maybe I do, because we haven't found mutation potions, so whatever we get out of this we'd be stuck with. But some of the worst ones, for example Teleportitis and Berserkitis, both of those can't affect us because we can't teleport and we can't berserk. We could get other bad ones like Frail would be really bad. Halving our base armor would be really bad if we got poorly shaped body. But I'm kind of tempted. Let's do it. Yeah, I think those two would be the worst, but they're not game breaking. Whereas we could get some cool things like fire resistance or who knows. Let's give it a go. Okay. That's a pretty bad one. You do not regenerate when monsters are visible. So I immediately regret my decision. But we're committed now. Okay, so we're very clever. That did nothing. And our vision blurs. That's a pretty bad one too. Alright, so I kind of regret that. My potions that I have 2 of, do I mind quaffing those? We've already got might. And we've already got resistance. They're probably the 2 most valuable ones I have outside of heal wounds. Have I determined that? No. I guess if I lose a heal wounds potion here, it's not a huge deal. Ambrosia, okay, that didn't really matter. Quaff the other 2. Okay, that was invis. I guess that's kind of valuable as well. So yeah, I regret my decision. We no longer regen when monsters are visible, and we take longer to read scrolls. Again, not as punishing as it would be for most characters, because we can't use blink scrolls and we can't use teleport scrolls anyway, which are the main reasons that usually kills you. It really only affects us reading fear scrolls. But still, as soon as we find potions of mutation, or if we find more mutated flesh, we're just gonna mutate ourselves more. Hook Wizard, he has a War Axe of Elec. That's a bit scary. We'll see how we go. We can probably banish him pretty easily. Oh, let's banish this guy. Failed. Okay, never mind, you just died. Okay, goodbye Gargoyle. Why does this priest hurt so much? It's because Smite. Smite hurts. Checking the gold, I think we still don't know, still don't quite have enough for that buckler. Another scroll we don't know. Random uselessness, nice. Let's build a corridor. That is a lot of yaks. This is kind of going okay. It looks like I'm dying, but I'm not really, because I can just banish these yaks if for some reason they do start just killing me. Bees, I have poison. I hope they're not all bees. I fought bees before. Okay, apparently they are more bees. I want to fight them one at a time though. Good. And I think we probably, no. I was going to say, I think we've probably done most of D11 now. Ooh, okay, here we go. More mutation opportunities. Alright, let's go. Feel resistant to cold, that's good. Feel weaker, not good. Nothing. Agile, nothing. Okay, so we now got protection from cold and a little bit of extra dex, but we got minus strength, which is not a big deal because at this stage we're not wearing really heavy armor. Okay, I don't think I want to go to D12 though. I think we want to head into Lair. I could theoretically do D12 along the same lines, that anything I find that's dangerous I could banish, but I think it's better just heading into Lair at this point. Come at me, Ice Beast. I've got RC now. Another two-headed ogre. We just banish. We just don't worry about it. Don't worry about the piety either. Feel an impressive hit around us. That's something I definitely want to find. So I'm magic mapping. It could give me a plate armor of RF, which would be really good to have in the future. It could also give me something like a cloak with RF on it, which would be good. We don't care so much about fire weapons because we're not looking for a Hydra killer weapon. Maces, of course, don't cut off Hydra heads, but still we could find like a great mace or something like that. So let's head over there. Got to remember that we don't regenerate when monsters are visible. I think I'll just... So I rested up to regen there, even though I'm risking the volcano running out. I'd still prefer not to just die trying to rush there. So we don't have any RF, which we need to be careful of. We have 2 potions of resistance, so if we meet a fire dragon or something, well, I mean, we could banish it, but we don't want to also get just 2-shot by something like that. But we need to be really careful here. That's a Centaur warrior. Oh dear, let's get out of the flames. I need to get on the exit while I heal up because I don't want to get stuck in another thing of flames like that. That's a really good way to die in here. Okay. Looks like it's going to be a ranged place. Again, I need to get out of the fire. Is this Centaur warrior going to kill me in one shot? I don't know, but I think I need to get out of the flames. Okay, we're on 30 HP, 25. We've got more flames on us, but fortunately it died to the flames. My issue here is if I get hit by flames again, I pretty much insta-die. I think I just leave. Yeah. Yeah, I just leave. Okay. Let's not try to rest there and then just die. 2 more flame clouds. Yeah. Basically, when you're going into a volcano without RF, that's always a danger that if you get unlucky, you just die to the flame clouds like that. So yeah, I think as nice as it would be to find a cloak of fire resistance or an RF armor, not worth dying for. That was already very scary. Enchanting armor, I don't think I'm in a huge hurry to do that. Again, checking my gold, we now have enough for this buckler, and we've got an ID scroll, so let's find out what this thing is. Alright. A buckler? What is this? A shield for ants? Needs to be at least 3 times bigger. +1 buckler of dex +2. How unexciting. We're going to put that on though. And we're going to start training shields. if you have a look, it only takes us 2.4 skill to get rid of our buckler penalty. But we're definitely wanting to go to a bigger shield at some point anyway. It's pretty much a given being a Formicid. So yeah, for quite a while we're going to be just training shields, even if we haven't found a bigger one, and we haven't. Because it's almost certain that we're going to be going there eventually. Let's do the Ice Blast. It's got 7 on it. And our potions ran out. More wands. That's a wand of digging. That's actually fairly useless. I guess it's not technically useless, because if I'm running from monsters and I want to dig 4 tiles, no, it's just whatever. Rather than just worry about it, I'll just dig if I need to with my digging ability. Here's a 5-headed Hydra. We've got a very good chance. That's actually not that good to banish it. I think I just hit it with some Wand Blast as it approaches, and if it's not going to work, then we'll banish it. It's nearly dead, and this can't miss. Actually, why don't we... No, I haven't ID'd Scattershot yet, so we're just finish it off with an Ice Blast. Cool. Someone else killing lots of mummies. I've heard stories of several people that have been splatting a lot of mummies. Let's do the last potion. That's our heal wounds. So we're sort of running out of potions that can be mutation. The only good one that we wouldn't want to quaff immediately would be cancellation. So I don't know, if we find more potions, we might just quaff them. Those guys you can banish. Yeah, almost 80% chance, but in this case I think it's just guarding an altar for the shining one. I don't think there's any... I don't think that's a vault that has good loot in it or something like that. Got more frogs. It's yet to be seen if they're Nazi frogs or not. Maybe not. What's under there? 2 stones. Okay, I'm not going to bother. If they were the sling bullets, I probably would have killed that plant to get my sling bullet back, but it was not. We do have remove curse, and actually I'm still wearing my curse ring of loudness. That's really silly of me. Okay, so I forgot to do that. Where is it? It's down here. Okay, let's get our protection rings back on again. Whoops. Okay. I'll chat to him after I finish the episode. But yes, invocations affect all of Lugonu's abilities. So yeah, it's something you basically want to train for the whole game. Again, an 8-headed Hydra. How many Ice Blasts do we have left? Only 1 and 2 Acids. No, let's give it a go. Let's try the Scattershot. It's basically dead. Let's go Ice Blast again with our last shot. Good. Because we don't know if the Scattershot is empty. So if we tried to shoot that there and it was empty, we're giving the Hydra a chance to have its way with us, basically. Okay, we're being petrified. Unfortunately, as a Formicid, your stasis doesn't help you against that one. Hey, a new Wand of Acid. That's really good. I think we want to use our recharging here. So I want to use 1 on the acid that's identified. We got 6, which is not a great roll, and I think we want to do our empty Ice Blast. We got 7. Also not great, but not terrible, I guess. Are we losing to this guy? Yeah, I think so. How much damage? He can do 34, but I think we go into banish mode there. Komodo dragons are no joke. And that's even with 18 AC. They hit really hard. I just said before that I wasn't going to bother killing plants to get my stones back, but I did it. Okay. This looks like a big pack. Okay. I'm going to get the crocodile that's behind me because I want to be able to run if I need to. Although running from wolves isn't very effective because they're fast, but still, I'd rather not be sandwiched having two things hitting me at the same time. Shields to 3. So we've already worked off the buckler penalty, which was at 2.4. But as I said, I want to go to a shield as soon as I find one. So I'm just going to keep training. 15 skill is the point where a large shield penalty is gone for a Formicid. So probably we're going to train at least that far. Let's go to Ice Blast again. It's only a 5-headed Hydra. Okay. I don't know. I could be hitting the Hydra with my Whip of Elec, but I don't know. It's scary. Seeing a Manticore here indicates probably that we got shoals, which is yep, there it is. It's a bit unfortunate because in most cases you'd rather have Swamp. More Ice Blast, really good. So we've got 3 of them now. We've got 2 Ice Blast, 2 Acid. Okay, I think we can drop this random effect. There's no way that I'm ever going to be recharging that over any of these other good ones that we've managed to find. Okay, so there's a potion. Could be cancellation. Other than that, oops, let's deal with this Manticore first. Just to check, almost 80% chance to abyss it. So we'll start fighting. Being barbed. Can no longer run. Yeah, I think this is going bad. Just banish it sooner rather than later. Again, we're potentially using a bit of piety that we maybe didn't need to. Potentially losing a bit of experience that we maybe didn't need to. But it's better just not to die. I mean, if you got the choice. We're seeing some advanced tactics from the elephants there. One was going around to trap me between them, but we sensed it before it happened. A wyvern. I remember seeing one of those on D6. That was really scary. Not so scary anymore. We enter a teleport trap. I like how the auto explorer just ran us in, like as in almost just to spite the trap. Let's have a look at left 4. Okay. What's in our shopping list? Just the Ice Blast wand. Okay. I think I'll just remove that. You can do that by hitting exclamation mark. You see at the top here, it's telling you the things you can do. Because that's an empty Ice Blast wand where I already have plenty on hand. New wand. I don't want to fight all these guys in the open. I'm going to run them back to this choke point so we can do them one at a time. Fight the Macassin first. I was just thinking if I maybe wanted to banish it because this situation was looking a little scary, but I think we're probably okay. This is the last wolf now. Yeah, we're good. Let's not be seen while we heal. Formicid strats. So we got snake. Okay, that's... I don't know, is that preferable to spider for a Formicid? Maybe. I think on average spider for most characters is easier than snake is. But we have our poison, so that doesn't really come into consideration. If you don't have our poison, you'd definitely rather have snake. Although you'd really rather have our poison for both. Let's check out these gloves. It's +2, so it's a +1 AC upgrade right there. This looks like some sort of bear vault. Electric eel. Why don't we equip our chaos Aralek weapon? So we trained it and then burnt it. Here's a pack of death yaks. They have really high MR, so you see we only have a 30% chance to banish them. We probably can fight them one at a time, but I definitely wouldn't want to fight all 6 in the one go. It's on water here, so it's getting... I believe it's getting a penalty. I'm not sure about death yaks, but maybe they can swim. I doubt it though. Well, we did manage to fight him. It wasn't too bad. Okay, invocations to 16. I think for the moment that feels really high. I'm not going to stop training it though, but I think I can probably stop focusing it. And I'll maybe focus my fighting skill instead. So I'll go for some more HP. There are 2 death yaks here. I don't want that to happen. I'm going to take this guy out. Good. I'm glad that the injured one came forward, because they had a good chance there to make me fight the new one. We fell through a shaft with 2 floors. Isn't that great fun? Oh, it's so annoying that you can be shafted like that on a Formicid. And see, we got shafted to less 6. So at this point, when you get shafted to the bottom floor of a branch, you can't shaft yourself any further. So it seems like we've been lucky here, insofar as we've only landed next to 2 crocodiles and not the entire layer 6 end vault. But yeah, being shafted like this is so bad, because say we don't have any more fear. As a Formicid, you can't teleport, you can't haste, you can't blink. So yeah, being shafted like this is such a good way to die, and there's nothing you can do about it. Makes me so mad. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there. Not ready yet to start layer 6. I'm kind of fuming a little bit. Oh, shafts on a Formicid, why? They're naturally shaft guys. Surely they should just not be shaft trapped, or maybe they always get revealed to them or something, because it's so lame. Anyway, gonna stop there. In the next one we'll try to get back up without just dying here on layer 6. So hopefully see you then. Bye.